Welcome to City Beat. The focus of this program is to provide you with an inside look at city government and the services we provide to you. I'm your host, John Perlich, Director of Public Information for the City of Fort Wayne. On this episode, we'll visit with Mayor Sharon Tucker to discuss a variety of issues, including the new city website, investments in our neighborhoods continue, and we'll have an update on the North River redevelopment process. Mayor, earlier this month, we launched a new website, cityoffortwayne.org, a redesign, a fresh look. What are your thoughts on the new website?
The website is wonderful. And John, it is going to be, and it is already so user-friendly. It'll be better for individuals who have visual impairments and hearing impairment to be able to utilize our website. The site we had before didn't provide the options for people that have visual impairments to be able to change colors or to make it user-friendly, and this website has all of those tools embedded into it so that you can set it up and change it to your desired visual comfort and move forward. It's also a tool that's going to be very, very user-friendly and easy to navigate for individuals. You can go to click on the mayor's office, and right there's a little link if you want to set up a meeting with the mayor. For individuals to be able to quickly get to those things is key for our city to keep communication, to keep transparency, and to just be user-friendly.
Mayor, one of the things we focused on as well was making it mobile-friendly. The older site, it was better on a desktop than it was on a mobile device, but we're seeing so many people now on a mobile device or a laptop or iPad or other different mechanisms. Why was that so important to make sure that we were meeting the needs of different users?
You know, John, we use our little devices more than we probably should, self-included. But to be able to have a website that adapts to your screen size is very important, and people may not even realize it, that when you have a website that's not mobile friendly, you lose a lot of information. It cuts off a lot of data on the side unless the person knows how to swipe the screen left and right to be able to see that information. And so with this new website, it will self-size to the mobile device that you are utilizing, and it makes it much easier for the end user to be able to enjoy their experience while they're on our city's website.
Again, we would encourage the public to visit cityoffortwayne.org, and we hope you enjoy the new offerings there. At this time, we're going to take a look at a special video feature, the Connected Neighborhoods Initiative, a top program of Mayor Tucker's for 2025. We had an update on that recently.
Well, good morning, and thank you all so much for being here. I am over the moon excited about the opportunity that we have today to announce our Connected Neighborhoods winners. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of history about the program. Myself and members from the community development and specifically the neighborhood department, we were looking for ways to be able to invest into our neighborhoods. As many of you are aware, my heart, my passion is making sure that we are doing all that we can as a city to strengthen our neighborhoods and to make sure that they are the strong fiber of our community and of our city. And knowing that each neighborhood has its own fabric, we were looking for ways to be able to bring the neighborhood partners together so that we can communicate and have collaboration. And that birthed out the Connected Neighborhoods Initiative that we launched earlier this year, and today we'll be naming the award winners. I also want to share with you that the funding that will go toward the awards that we're giving out today come from the land sale to our Google project. So the proceeds that we received in that land sale are what we're using to reinvest into our community, our city, and specifically our neighborhoods. And so I'm excited that today we will be able to bring multiple groups of community members together to create Connected Neighborhoods and provide the awarding. And I know you're going, Mayor, just get to the point. Get to the point. Who are the winners? Who are the individuals standing behind me? And so I'll announce them one at a time, and afterwards I will ask Dan Basin from the Department of Neighborhoods to come forward, and then he will announce the speaker after him. And so today we are proud to announce our two winners will be Northwest Central Collaboration, a neighborhood collective connected connectivity through pedestrian and bike infrastructure and increased safety measures is what they will focus on in their collective working together. And also East State Village Neighborhood Group. And their focus will be on revitalizing and enhancing the East State Village corridor from Kentucky Avenue to Florida Drive. Let's give it up for them. We're very proud of the neighborhoods. We're proud that they were able to come together and create opportunities for collaboration. And so without further ado, I will ask Dan to come and give a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Mayor Tucker. As Mayor Tucker had mentioned, this project was announced at the State of the City back in February of this year, and applications opened just a couple of weeks after the launch of the program. We hosted several workshops all across the city, and neighborhoods were able to ask questions about the application process, and the connected neighborhood groups began to form at these meetings. And what we had was some really great applications submitted from all across the city. So it was really hard to narrow down to just 2 winners that we're announcing today. The thing I love the most, and what makes me so proud to be a part of the Department of Neighborhoods team, is to see neighborhood associations working together to see where their commonalities are and work toward building stronger associations who focus on collaboration. This is not the only round. As Mayor Tucker mentioned, we have selected 2 associations this year, and we'll do it again in 2027. So we want to have neighborhoods start thinking about how to work together for the next round of applications and apply again in 2027. This is such a great opportunity to invest money directly into neighborhood priorities. And with that, I'll introduce the 2 people who are excited to share about their neighborhoods. That's both North Highlands President Lindsay Keller and Northside President Lori Stomball. And with that, I'll introduce Lori Stomball.
Thanks, Dan. I want to say thank you to Mayor Tucker for making the Connected Neighborhoods Initiative available, and Dan and Michael Terranes and the Neighborhoods Group for helping us through the process. The Neighborhoods team does outstanding work in making sure residents' voices are heard, and we appreciate you. We're so excited about what's to come for East State Village to make it more convenient and safe and enjoyable for people to patronize the local businesses there. We look forward to the residents of our area being able to bike and walk safely through the area, and for the businesses to grow and prosper by more easily serving our neighbors and those passing through our little downtown of historic Northeast. I want to be sure to recognize the leaders who worked on the Connected Neighborhoods process: Ben Schock of Beacon Woods, Karen Richards of Forest Park, Joseph Brennan of North Anthony, Abby Stombaugh of Northside, and especially Melissa Reinhardt of North Anthony, who wrote the application for us. Let's introduce Lindsay.
Oh, that's okay. I am Lindsay Keller, the president of the North Highlands Neighborhood Association, and we are so excited to have this opportunity to really strengthen our communities. So we are also so grateful to the mayor and the Department of Neighborhoods for the work they do to invest in these sections of our community. They really are the heart and soul of Fort Wayne. So I would just like to recognize everyone that was part of the Northwest Central Collaborative. So we are made up of Bloomingdale, which is led by Chris Walker, Hamilton Neighborhood, led by Travis Barman and Brenda Holsey, Nebraska Neighborhood, led by Alex Harkins, North Highlands Neighborhood, and West Central, led by Joel Sawyer and Kelly Benton. And these community partners have been a huge asset to our planning thus far, and we look forward to seeing what comes next. This is really just the beginning of this process, and we cannot wait to work to promote pedestrian and bike safety and better connect our neighborhoods to downtown. Thank you.
And again, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lindsay, for your work, and the entire neighborhoods, Connected Neighborhoods groups working together on getting these applications submitted and chosen today. So as for our next steps, we'll begin working with both selected neighborhood groups to develop an actionable list of catalytic projects and bring appropriate city departments in to help make those projects become reality. An important part of this is continuous community engagement, and that's something our team, we love to do. We love to be out in the community as much as possible and talking to residents and stakeholders. And so for the next couple of months, we're going to be doing more community engagement projects on these 2 connected neighborhoods. Our goal is to start construction on whatever the final projects are in 2026, so you'll start to see these neighborhoods moving forward. And with that, I want to thank you all for coming out today and celebrating this exciting new neighborhood initiative from Mayor Sharon Tucker. I'll now step aside to take questions from the media.
Mayor, Connected Neighborhoods was so important for you. You announced that at your first State of the City address, and to see the neighborhoods now be selected, projects starting within the next year or so, that has to be a great feeling for you.
It is a really, really wonderful feeling, and I'm excited for the neighborhoods that have been chosen. And I can tell you the thing that's most important is the collaboration that came out of the neighborhood groups, the churches, and the community partnerships around the neighborhoods that all came together to come up with ideas to be able to present, and then of course compete for the donations, and to see them rally around each other and just how they supported each other to bring their ideas to fruition is really, really the best part of all of it. It's the best part of all of it. It's great to be able to invest in our neighborhoods, but to see community happening on the ground level where different neighborhoods who probably would have never worked together come together to build the vision for their individual areas is just phenomenal.
Engage.cityoffortwayne.org has more details on the Connected Neighborhoods initiatives, and you can learn more at that site. Mayor, we also have exciting news as it relates to the redevelopment process that we're following for North River.
Yes.
2 finalists have been named. We have Price Brothers Development out of Kansas City and also Related Midwest from the Chicago area. How exciting is it for the city to know we have 2 finalists who hopefully one of those will be selected to move forward with the formal redevelopment of that site?
You know, John, we started out with 20 people interested. We pared those down to 5, and now we've pared those 5 down to 2. And what this tells me, with the caliber of RFQs that we received, that a lot of people see the vision that we have for North River, turning Fort Wayne into a destination spot for youth sports is tremendous, and having partners that are willing to help us see the vision to completion is absolutely great. So we look forward to being able to announce who the final awardee will be of the project. But we're also cognizant that we're looking for individuals that want to bring resources to the project, that want to partner with the city so that we can make sure that we not just build a youth sports stadium in the surrounding area, but we activate it as well.
I also know it's important for us, even though we have 2 national level developers who are the finalists, there will be opportunities for local teams to be part of this process, and I know that those 2 finalists make that an important point as well.
You know, I'm glad you pointed that out, because that is one of the things that we'll be looking for in our RFPs or in our requests for proposals, is to make sure that there is local community involvement. And so we have stressed the importance to us that we have local talent used, whether it is architects, whether it is investors, whether it is the construction companies themselves. We want to make sure that, yes, we have sought out input from large developers that aren't in Indiana, but we definitely want to make sure that we're focusing on boots on the ground talent from here locally to help us build this project out.
Mayor Tucker talks a lot about Fort Wayne being fun, family friendly, and safe, and we're going to highlight now the new playground at Lakeside Park.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Lakeside Park. My name is Steve McDaniel, and I'm the director here at the Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation Department. First, I'd like to recognize the mayor for being here. Thank you. I'd also like to thank, we've got a couple of park board commissioners, Commissioner Briley, President Shirley. Thank you for being here. I would also like to just say thank you for the staff. We got several of them here in the back. Thank you for all that you guys do for the Parks Department and for the community. With that, I think we also have several representatives of neighborhood associations, and if you could put your hands up and be recognized. We got Beulah and Lori, thank you. You guys give a lot of time back into the neighborhoods to make them thrive, and we are grateful to be that partner with you to make sure those neighborhood parks are thriving also. We are here at Lakeside Park today to dedicate this wonderful playground that's behind me. It's in the heart of the Northside neighborhood. It is one of 6 playgrounds which have been replaced this season. The others are in Yale Park, Franke Park, Waynedale Park, Indian Village Park, and McCormick Park. Each of these will feature play aspects for children of all ages and abilities to grow and learn through physical, sensory, and social interaction. Funding for these 6 parks is an amazing gift for us. It was a total of $1.2 million. It was earmarked by the mayor from last year's supplemental distribution of local income tax from the state. And I just want to say real quickly here, the mayor sees the value in investing in our neighborhoods and our neighborhood parks, and that's why she decided, hey, let's do this, and we're very grateful. So thank you, Mayor. I also want to just say that it's for the kids, it's for the families. We've got some kids behind me, and every once in a while you guys go, ah, and so something's going on back there. That's okay, because that's what the playgrounds are there for. It is my honor. I'm going to invite the mayor up to speak a little bit, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the playgrounds.
Right. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, and thank you everybody for being here. We are watching the young people play. I see the young man on the spinning top there that is playing, and this is what we want. This is what the city is focusing on. We are aiming to make the city of Fort Wayne family friendly, fun, and safe. And in our parks, yes, we've chosen 6 parks to invest in and to improve the park, to make them accessible, to give opportunities for children of all abilities to be able to participate. So we're thankful for all of our partners like AWS, who helped us find ways to identify parks and equipment that can be utilized by all of our children in our city. We want to make sure that as we focus on making Fort Wayne family friendly and fun, that we don't miss opportunities that we have to bring all abilities to our parks and provide access for all of our children. So I'm extremely excited to see them playing behind me. I'm excited that this is one of the initiatives that we looked at last year when I had the opportunity to be mayor. We have more parks that we're going to look at and invest in coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm just thankful for the opportunity for us to look out and see children playing. And that's what children should be doing, having fun in our city. And thanks to everyone who has, I see our park department team over there. Thank you to everyone who has made today possible, because we want to remind you again that this is what Fort Wayne is about. Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. In addition to the funds that the mayor talked about and the supplemental lit, I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the AWS Foundation. Patty, been a great supporter of ours. We were part of a grant. We were part of a grant that we got through AWS for doing more accessibility within our park system. And it was a 3-year grant. I believe it was $215,000 over the 3 years. And we took some of those funds, working with the AWS Foundation, and added it to safety surfacing at Indian Village Park. So as part of the 6 here, some of that money went towards that safety surfacing. And we just want to say thank you very much for thinking of us and being partners with us in our neighborhood parks. I will say that of the 6 playgrounds, 4 of them are complete, and we're finishing up the final 2. So Indian Village and McCormick are in the last 2 weeks of construction. So if you go out to those parks, know that we've got a little bit more work to do before they are finished. So, but we're looking at the end of June. I also want to thank our planning and development staff. If you could raise your hands, that would be Dave Wiedock and his team. Dave is our superintendent of project administration. He is the one that is kind of working with our staff, our our vendors, our subcontractors working on all these projects. So I want to thank you, Dave. The other is Rob, and Rob is working on another project and is not here with us right now, but he's part of our development team, and he's the one kind of our go-to with AWS Foundation and others when we start looking at raising funds and additional funds for projects. As you can see behind me, there's lots of elements to this playground, and I just want to take a moment to thank our partner in the recreation field, Recreation Unlimited, and it's for us, it's that partnership that worked really well, and we thank you for that. I would also like to just take a moment as we wrap this up. We're going to cut the ribbon to dedicate this. I would ask the mayor, our park board, and our neighborhood representatives if they would join me for this. And then after that, we will be ready to give any additional information or interviews. But thank you very much for being here and being part of this. We appreciate all that we do in our neighborhoods, and thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor, as we saw there at Lakeside, it was a great afternoon in early June where we celebrated that. It's that supplemental local income tax dollars that get sent from the state back to local communities such as Fort Wayne, and playgrounds was a top priority, I know, for this past year, and moving forward that will be the same as well.
Yeah, we're going to invest in playgrounds again. What we do know is investing in our parks help build our community. It helps build neighborhoods as well. When you have parks that are active and that are beautiful and utilized by our young folks, it also helps reduce crime. And so we're doing all that we can to make sure that we're investing resources, even those resources that we get back from the state, into our communities, into neighborhoods, to continue building them up. And I'm glad that we have 6 more parks, I believe, that we have that we'll name coming up in the future of where those investment dollars will go for the next round.
Mayor, what did it mean to you that afternoon? You got to interact with some young children, parents. It really highlights Fort Wayne, that enhanced quality of life for all.
You know, John, I didn't get to go down the slide this year like we did in the years past, but being able to stand there and see the young men teach me how to do the spindle, right? Teach me how to spin on that that little rounder that he was on was fun. And I always enjoy being in the spaces with the young people. But as you look around the rest of the park and you just see the parents sitting on the park bench enjoying their kids out playing, that's what community's about. That's what Fort Wayne is about. And that's that family-friendly fun that we talk about.
Another part of community we're looking forward to in the month of August is the annual Open Streets event along Calhoun Street. And here's a video feature on that upcoming event.
Good afternoon, or good morning. Thank you for coming today. My name is Rick Zolman. I'm the program manager for Greenways and Trails for the city of Fort Wayne. Today we're thrilled to announce that Open Streets will be returning for the 8th year. Open Streets is presented by the Knight Foundation this year. Open Streets is a free community event that is people-powered and will take place on Sunday, August 17th from noon to 4. We'll close Calhoun Street from the landing to Pontiac Street to vehicular traffic and fill that space with about 100 activity providers. Some new activities that we have this year are going to be a sensory tent that we will have in a certain location, along with drumstick ice cream cone complimentary of dryers, and they'll talk about that in just a second. Fan favorites, including the BMX show and the bubble machine, will be back as well. And at this point, I would like to introduce Mayor Sharon Tucker.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. You know, the city of Fort Wayne continues to focus on ways that we can bring everyone together to help make our city remain a family-friendly and fun and safe place to be. And as Rick just shared with you, this year our Open Streets will include opportunities for everyone of all abilities. When we're including a sensory room, we're thinking about our entire city. So we want everyone of all abilities to have an opportunity to come out and participate in what Fort Wayne loves to do, and that is have fun. Our Open Streets event is far enough away that you can schedule it on your calendar now and make sure that you are taking advantage of what's happening. This event amplifies the exact thing that the city of Fort Wayne wants to make sure that we are, and that we're most proud of, and that is being family-friendly, fun, and a safe community. We encourage individuals and families to participate and enjoy everything that we have because we are focusing on quality of life and human investment. We also are excited that we have a partner that we've never had before. For the first time this year, we will have Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream participating and volunteering and also bringing some really good ice cold yummy with them. And so we're glad to have them as our partners. We can't wait to have our event kick off, and we hope to see you there with us.
Thank you, Mayor Tucker. We appreciate your support. Now I would like to introduce Maddie Nell and Cisco Morales from Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you to Rick and Mayor Tucker for the warm welcome, and thank you all for being here. My name is Maddie Nell, like Rick mentioned, alongside our HR manager, Cisco Morales. We're proud to be here today on behalf of Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream. We're thrilled to be a part of this year's Open Streets event, an incredible opportunity to connect, celebrate, and enjoy everything that makes the Fort Wayne community so special. What a better way to bring people together than with free ice cream. We'll be handing out complimentary drumsticks at Open Streets as our way of saying thank you to the families, small businesses, kids on bikes, and everyone else who makes our streets come alive. At Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream, we believe that ice cream is about more than just dessert. It's about joy, tradition, and sharing simple moments together. We're honored to support this event and to play a small part in the big spirit of community that Open Streets represents. We can't wait to see you there. Bring your friends, your family, but most importantly, bring your appetite. Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. We appreciate your support and look forward to the ice cream samples. It's always fun to invite your family and friends to play in the streets as part of the community. It's going to be even better this year as we'll have these drumstick samples to give away and enjoy. So we'll hope to see you on August 17th. We do have, before you leave, some ice cream treats that we will hand out to everybody, just a little bit of a sampler before we go back and enjoy the hot day today. So thank you all for coming. We appreciate your support of Open Streets.
Mayor, Open Streets continues to be a highlight for so many in our community. The Public Works Division started this a number of years ago, continues to grow in popularity and the number of people who attend. Why is an event like that so important to bring people together?
Come downtown and experience everything that our city has to offer on Calhoun Street. And it's just open to the public, it's free, it's fun, and it's a great place to be. And so I encourage all of our residents and even our visitors and cities surrounding us to come and have fun downtown at our Open Streets.
Mayor, we have prided ourselves in Fort Wayne on having a diverse economy, different sectors in the community that help us not only with the well-being of our residents, but also economic development opportunities. I want to ask you about two healthcare-related items of late. Lutheran Health Network had you participate in a recent ribbon cutting. They have a new medical facility in the area of Illinois and Hadley Roads. Why was that event important for you to attend?
We believe in providing access to medical care. We have some really great medical systems in our city, and we're fortunate for that. And so being able to participate in the ribbon cuttings with our healthcare systems, investing into the city of Fort Wayne or into our community is important for our residents to be able to provide them options and be able to provide them access to health care.
Mayor, in addition, you had an opportunity to participate in the topping out ceremony for IU Health. They're building a new hospital, an over $400 million investment not far from the GM facility. Again, highlight the importance of being part of a monumental event such as that one.
Again, my signature is up on that beam now, so it'll be up on the building. But again, we talk about making sure that we're providing access, and everything just doesn't happen in the boundaries of the city limits of Fort Wayne. We want to make sure that for our residents and our neighbors that live on the edge of the city, and even in Roanoke, that they have access to health care. And so the three systems that we have here in our city, they have great locations that are strategically placed to be able to reach and serve as many people as they can in our great community.
Mayor, I'd like to thank you so much for the updates. It's encouraging to see how much positive momentum and growth and success we're seeing here in Fort Wayne.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching City Beat. If you would like to learn more about the City of Fort Wayne, please visit us online at cityoffortwayne.org. And we're also active on a number of social media platforms, including Facebook, X, and Instagram. I'm your host, John Perlich, Director of Public Information for the City of Fort Wayne, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.